Well, hello guys, coding is back, and today we're gonna be doing regular functions, knowing what they are, and then arrow functions, knowing what they are. They're basically almost the same thing, except represented in a different way, and they have a few different functionalities which we are gonna be exploring. That's about what we're gonna be doing today, and then yeah, how's the situation going on? I'm personally hoping to go outside in some time. My lockdown's gonna be ending in a week, but then we're going through these two phases of safe distancing and all sorts of rules. So I'm gonna be back here making more videos for you. And in case you want more interesting videos, I know I want to make those right away, those sort of cool transition projects, some Node.js servers. I want to do all of them, but then these are like the basics of the basic um, things that you need to know in order to do those sort of complex level programming. So I'm just making sure that everyone knows how to do that sort of stuff before we jump into the cool programming part. So please just bear with me for the moment. And yeah, in case you like these tutorials and videos, please give the channel a subscribe and give a like to my videos and comment and share it with other people who like coding. And then with all of that out of the way, let's get coding. I'm just gonna make an index.html. It isn't really useful, except that I just like their console exclamation point enter. I'm just gonna make this regular functions vs arrow functions. That's good. H1. Check the console boy. I know it's BOY, which is slang. Script tag dot slash app.js. Save that and then open that up with live server. Oops, those are my physics notes. I gotta make that pressure, not press higher. But okay, inspect that. Go back to Visual Studio. I had a couple of other projects that I was doing, so those are the other Visual Studio tabs I open. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this right here, close this index.html and start coding. Okay, so bare comments, regular functions. In case you don't know anything about functions, you might be asking, what are functions? Functions are a set of instructions that you could use to perform a certain task. A function could be go to school, where you have all sorts of things like get up from bed, eat your breakfast, go for a bath or a shower, that sort of stuff. Those are the small instructions which can be packaged inside that function. So go to school is a function. We're going to be defining those sort of functions to do certain stuff. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's get started. So I'm just going to build a simple function to say my name, coding or blade. So function, say name, and parentheses, curly braces, and then like I showed in the last video, const first. I'm just going to do a string operation to this. First name equals. I'm just going to define this. Okay, so in case you do not know string operations, I suggest I did not cover all of them in that video. If I were to cover like a lot of them, it would take an entirely separate video. I just got like the most basic of them. It's just the addition that I covered there, so please check that out if you don't know this. And I'm just gonna concat both of them. It's not actually a function used for strings, but I'm just gonna add both of them up. Yep. and then I console log it. Okay, so we saved it. Let's check the console. What happened? Oh, nothing happened. So what went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. You actually defined it. That's like saying, suppose your mom tells you, tomorrow when you wake up and get ready to go to school, you have to do this, this, this. Drink your milk, eat some biscuits, eat your bread, and after that go to school. But you never said do it right now. So what we need to do is do it. We need to call and ask the function to take place. And then we save it. You got coding your blade. Oops, I forgot to add a space. Get a space there. Coding your blade. Fantastic. And that's like the most simplest of simplest of simplest of simplest of functions. And there are many more things that you could do with that. And then, yeah, there's practically a lot you could do with that. So this is a regular function. I'm going to be demonstrating this exact same syntax in arrow functions. Now, arrow functions. So exact same thing, but I'm just going to be using a different name. Const name sayer. Sayer equals parentheses. And then, yeah, you put is equal to parentheses. You put the arrow equals to in the greater than symbol, curly braces, and then I'm essentially just going to copy that bit of this, keep it back here, and then name sayer. You get that exact same output again. And then essentially these are the two different types of syntaxes that you could use. For this small type of a function, you might not actually have much of a difference when writing them. But when you go to bigger and bigger functions, event listeners, etc., there's a lot of difference when you write arrow functions and then normal functions. It can cost you a ton of code and a ton of time. It saves you a lot of time. Yeah, these arrow functions are pretty useful. I'm going to show you utilizing functions and parameters. Functions with parameters. What a parameter essentially is, it asks for an object from the user, which it does a certain, it does some magic to that thing and outputs you something. So let's just do that normal syntax. Function get square x, or actually I'll choose num, more explicit. Get square, and then I put the const squared num equals num, and then two multiplication symbols. That's that's how you denote exponent. So choose the exponent. Now number is the base. Console log that. Okay. Now we just call that. It returns 9, which is not a number. Why, you might be asking? It's because, well, num isn't actually defined. We're supposed to give it any value that you can think of. 9. I give it a 9. It gives me 81. It squares that particular 9 because it gets that value from here, gets that 9 here to here, and then it squares that, forms a unique, it forms another variable called square number, and it outputs that squared number. So that's what you essentially do. Same syntax and arrow functions. I'm just going to do const square equals num. That happens a lot. And copy this. These two lines. Save. Okay. So const square equals num, and then that sort of big mudjig. We save that. Oops, I forgot to call it, just so it yields the same result. 9. Yep, 8181, same stuff. Well, I'm going to be showing you one of the main differences between the normal functions and arrow functions. So that is when you're trying to use when you're trying to use this element. I'm going to make a video on that, so don't worry if you don't know that yet. It's going to come out soon, or probably it has already come out depending on when you're watching it. So this. That. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do is, bad pun, but for this, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let a variable me be an object. I'm going to put my name as coding your blade, comma, and then arrow func, colon, okay, and then console.log this dot name. Wrong option, this dot name. And then normal func, function. Oops, I'm just combining both of their syntaxes. I forgot to put a comma here. Yeah, normal func console.log this dot name. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna call me dot arrow func me dot regular. Is it? Oh, it's normal func. So I'm going to call both of them. One outputs nothing, the other one outputs coding your blade. So coming back to normal functions and arrow functions. Difference is arrow functions doesn't have an so for arrow functions, this is essentially all of any variable that's actually assigned inside the particular arrow function that's defined. But for the normal function, it is inside the entire this left variable can be anywhere around here. And that's the difference. However, if you want to get this exact same output as this, you would try me dot. That works. Now we check the console. Yeah, coding a blade, coding a blade. And then, yeah, you see me dot name, this dot name. So essentially, I would prefer using an arrow function. It's a better syntax, and you could avoid confusing this dot name. Suppose you have a name inside this normal function and you have a name outside this normal function, you would have a lot of confusion on what it is. Arrow function essentially prevents that from happening by essentially knowing that you want to select either something that's inside this arrow function or outside this arrow function, depending on what code that you use. So yeah, arrow function is smart that way. And then, yeah, there are essentially a couple of other differences, but they aren't too important, so I'm not going to be mentioning them. Suppose like the constructor function has a small difference, but it isn't really that big of a deal because we're not going to be using that so much. But in case you're really interested, I'm going to be providing a link of a website on that in the description below. Please be sure to check that out if you're interested. And then, yeah, that's it. Arrow functions are smart. This is the ES6 code. And then, do you want a HTML/CSS tutorial next or another JavaScript tutorial? Please let me know in the comments below. And then please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and check some of my previous videos. And enjoy coding, have some fun. See you later, bye-bye. I forgot to say something. In case you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button of yours and hit that notification bell to get more video updates so that I can make understanding the web easier for you. And then make your lives a lot better and easier with coding. And now for real, this is Codinger signing off.